right. Happy Friday and welcome back to the Knives Fast channel. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powder Toast Man and Log and TV and Charlie Brown and Choo Choo and Gimli and me and you and everybody. And let's say hello to those in the chat. Tim B was the first in here. Hello, Mr. Tim. I have seen Crispy Critter, Marcos Gamma, Uncle Cow. Hello, buddy. Marco. I just said Marcos Gamma. Can I say him twice? Marcos Gamma and Marcos Gamma and Marcos Gamma. Hey, Mike Reese. Very, very cool. Good to see each and every one of you. It is weekend review for 1/13, the 13th of January, 2023. And 1/13/2023 means it's Jack Wolf Low Drag Jack Day. So we'll stick around a little bit over the top of the hour to see. Whoa, look at this, guys. In case anyone's interested, Blue Creek has a couple of Devo mash in stock. Okay. So I know there's people looking for them, so there you go. And you can use Knives Fast or To the Point. Very cool. Good morning, Mr. Shane. Good to see you, brother. David Iverson is here. Hey, David. Hey, Kirby Smith. Good afternoon. Pretty Fly. What is going on? Good to see you. Man, there goes the chat. Boom, bang, boom. Woo. It just starts going, man. Yep. And hey, something I'm going to do this a couple times today. Something really cool. I'm not getting anything out of this. I'm just doing it because people, oh, look, I've got it covered. But you guys have seen the wooden tray that I use for my reviews. Let's see if I can get these knives off of here. It's made by a guy named David over at Lily Design Wood Shop. And this tray right here. And David is offering 10% off. I guess people have been telling him because I keep getting asked like all the time, where you get that? Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? And I guess a lot of people have told him that I sent them over, which is awesome. So he's now offering 10% if you use the link below. You have to use the link. There's no code. No, I don't get anything off of it. It's just him trying to help you guys because he's noticed that there's people from the channel coming over and checking him out. So very cool. And I'm talking to him about possibly doing something for me for my blade show table. So I can't wait to see what we come up with there. Kurt Isom, hello, sir. Good to see you. Ison, I should say. I don't know why I said Isom. Level on up. Just got my Devo mash yesterday, and last night I found out my Winter Blade Factor is heading home. Very cool. Well, what was that, like 9 months or something like that? 9 or 10 months level on up? Sounds about right. Yeah, and Brian, Tim had a tray done for Brian at Blue Creek Knives from Lily Design. He does very, very nice, very cool stuff. So very cool. Hey, Jay, what is going on? Good to see you. Yeah, he does signs and all kinds of other stuff too. Yeah, Jay, that is nuts. Okay, so for those of you that don't follow disc golf like Jay and I do, so you don't, when you win these big tournaments, you're winning, I don't know, Jay, what is it? It's usually $100,000 or $200,000, but where the money is in all sports is sponsor endorsements. There's a fairly new disc company called MVP that signed one of the top disc golfers, Simon Lizotte, to a 7-figure contract yesterday for 10 years. Crazy. So disc golf is on the way up. There's a lot of money in it. Trust me, it's all in my bag and disc slaying everywhere. There's another disc. Look, I got discs everywhere. There's another disc laying over here. There's a disc back there. That's a Shrike. That's why it's sitting over here, because I can't throw it. I am an amateur. I cannot throw a professional's disc. There's Brian from Blue Creek. Now, guys, if you don't know, today is the first day that you can get a Jack Wolf knife over at Blue Creek Knives. So, yeah, check it out. Brian can be your new dealer, or if you're new to Jack Wolf Knives, you can check him out, and you can use my link, which will be in the description. Now, you can't get 10% off. You're not going to get anything off of the knife, Jack Wolf, because they don't do that. And Ben explained that on our stream the other day. Man, this is driving me nuts. Okay, hold on. Whoop. Okay, there we go. But you can help the channel by using my link, and you can do that at several places. But we're going to talk about Brian because it's his first time around. Yeah, I don't even is disc golf. It's online, Mike Jernak. So here's the deal: there are really two big companies in making discs. There's Innova and Discraft, and then there's a few smaller companies that are coming up. There's Discmania. Shoot, I can't remember the other one. And then MVP is a fairly new disc making company. They make discs, they sell discs and bags and whatever. Shoot, what's the one? I can't remember what the other one is. They make discs and they make my the bag. And Papa Rhino and I have been talking about the company, and now it's blanking. But anyway, MVP is a new one, and they're just trying to get a piece of the pie. So by sponsoring one of the big guys and him wearing their gear and everything, they're just looking to make some money. That's all. So there's your information on the Jack Wolf low drag. Jack, very cool. There you go, Mike Reese. Yeah, I don't know about ESPN, but again, very, very cool. It's gone huge. And in my area where I'm at, Brian, it's absolutely, there are courses popping up constantly, new courses. And the world championship is going to be held here where I live in 2024. So two professionals, the 6-time world champion Paul Macbeth and Brody Smith, both live here. And Brody has Foundation Disc Golf that actually is based here in Lynchburg. So it's a big deal. It's becoming a pretty big deal. And some of us are just crazy about it. I love playing it because I get to get outside with my kids. I get to go play in the woods, and they love to play. And so it's a lot of fun. No, it's not here, Tim. That's weird. It's actually kind of a fitness thing for a lot of people because you play at a fairly high rate. You're moving, you're hiking, a lot of people use it as fitness. There's even dudes that run through the course and throw just as a fitness thing. So it's definitely not a stoner thing or wrong. Oh, you're good, Jay. Hey, man, we're on here to have fun, man. I'm in Virginia. But stoner sport, that's hilarious. Dude, I'm going to throw my disc. And of course, we got the Stimpy disc back here, which is kind of covered up by my light there. But there's the Stimpy Innova Shrike. You got to love that disc. My wife got me that for Christmas. That'll kind of be more of a one I keep around. I won't be throwing this because, again, it's a Shrike, and I stink at throwing it. It just goes, you throw it, and it goes, and just crashes. So I am not great at it. Yeah, no, you're definitely not off topic for this channel. I talk about disc golf quite often, not as much obviously as I do knives, but I do it. The last week has been a little too cool to be outside doing it. We're looking for a little warm up. Hopefully, well, I mean, it's not been super cold, but yeah, I agree with you, Tim. Let's get Brian sold out pretty quick, guys. If you're buying a Jack Wolf, please consider checking out Blue Creek Knives for sure. Yeah, that is one of the most overstable discs. And again, when you watch somebody like Paul Macbeth throw that disc, it's amazing. And I'm learning how to Anheuser, all that bull, and how to do better. Yeah, that disc is awesome, isn't it, Jason? And this one that I showed a minute ago, this is from probably the most difficult disc golf course I've ever played, only because they didn't bother to clear off enough stuff. But this is the Fairy Diddle course at Snowshoe. And I bought this disc because I didn't bring any with me, and I didn't know anything about it. And little did I know it's a freaking 13, very overstable. I can't throw it to save my life, and really can't throw anything over a 9 right now. Just can't do it. I have a couple of 9s that are pretty. Anyway, enough disc golf talk. All right, so I had a tree fall in the corner. Oh, no, Alice. Yeah, there's been a lot of wind the last few days. That's not good. Not good. Yeah, no, I don't want to be in Canada. I'm good. I wouldn't mind visiting Canada, but I don't want to be there. Yep, very cool. Very cool, Tim. Well said. Yeah, well, I mean, and there's the disc golf network that shows all the tournaments and everything, and yeah, I mean, you can find it definitely. All right, enough disc golf. We're moving on to knives. So this is again the weekend review for the 13th of what is this? January 2023. Wow. Boom. And we are sitting at 3,543 subs. Now, to put that in perspective, uh, which by the way is just not lost on me. We crossed over excuse me, did I say 3,500? I meant 7,500. Why did I write 3,500? 7,543 subs. I'm like, what? That didn't sound right. We crossed over 7,000 on December 20th. So already be this far in is pretty stinking cool. Very, very cool. And we're charging towards 8,000 hopefully in the next month or so. And that will be really cool. And very, very excited. And thank to anybody who's new in the chat. If you are new, please, speak up, say hi, and let us know you're here. And you are very welcome. Yeah, we had really bad winds here yesterday for about an hour. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, hopefully they get it removed today, Alice. I'm sorry to hear that. And I hope your house isn't the addition isn't damaged very much. I hope not. Tough revolving blades. Hello, hello. Good to see everybody. If you're a member of the Pit Crew or the Patreon, I appreciate the support. It is much appreciated. I don't know what it's been this week, but I've been shipping like crazy. So we got a lot to talk about from this week, but I wanted to mention that those two items right off the top, Jack Wolf knives, drop of the low drag jack. Matter of fact, let's see. That's one of the knives I'm carrying today. So here is the 80s camo carbon low drag jack. Loving this thing, and it drops today at 2 p.m. Eastern at dealers, including Blue Creek Knives, Smoky Mountain Knife Works, White Mountain Knives, traditional pocket knives. I don't know. You can go through the list. But S90V on the steel, you got the teardrop jack here with the bullet end. Very, very cool. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So very excited. Yeah, I am, Drew. I'm living way in the past. I do that all the time. It's also called not having a brain, but that's okay. If you want a Vero Axon Mini, they are live right now. Very cool. Thanks for sharing, Tim. CJRB Crag under 25 at Amazon. Very cool as well. Very cool. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so and the second thing I wanted to share is that Lily Design Woodworks thing. Again, he's the guy that makes this wooden tray, and he has offered 10% off to you guys if you use the link that Tim has put in the chat. I'm sure he'll put it up again, but I just wanted to mention it because a ton. You would not believe how many people ask me where this tray came from. It has been hundreds, no joke, in the year or two I've had it. Yeah, it does kind of have a little bit of a cotton sampler thing going on. Oh, you're good, Uncle Cal. Hey, guys, check out Uncle Cal. If you haven't checked out his channel, please definitely do so. Really cool dude, trying to get some things straight so he can have knives with him and, have life the way he wants it. And so, yeah, check him out doing some cool videos anyway. Yeah, I agree with that one. So, and then let's just go ahead and move forward to a pocket check. I've got some more stuff to talk about, and then we'll get in to the week in review. I don't know what that was. It was funny. That's all. I just try. Hey, Matthew Russell, what is going on? Good that you are here, guys. Go ahead and let me know what you are carrying today, and then I will let you know what I'm carrying, and we'll have a lot of fun. $20 off machetes at SMKW for Friday the 13th. Are you kidding, Tim? Is that real? And you can use my link down in the description to SMKW and help the channel, guys. I know I talk about that a lot. But I've been dipping into my own money some lately, quite a bit, and definitely don't want to do that long term. And it helps that you guys use those links, and those folks like Blue Creek, Smoky Mountain can help me out a little bit here and there. Pick up some knives to review and give away because that's what I do. Very cool. Brand new OG Nimble and Max Ace mirror for Mike Reese. Very cool. Red Friday carry for Mr. David Iverson. Red Microtech Ultratech Warhound. Red Case Copperlock Warncliffe. Red Victorinox Alox Pioneer X. Baby B We the People limited edition pin. Rule number 9 Forrest Hanks. And rule number 9 coin. Grom's got the Kershaw filter and a Ridge Runner cinder cone. Trapper, low budget Dave. That's fine. Blue Pinion, Case Peanut. Classic SD for Mike Curtis. Drew's got the Sincut Crowley and the Spyderco McBee. Very cool. You're good, Uncle Cow. Anytime, brother. Brand new. I already read that. Boker Castleberg, 1906. Shane showed me a picture of that, number 855, and it is beautiful. In the pocket today, the Mash Reverse Tux, Glow Resin Victorinox Classic SD, Pena Raptor, and an Olight i3 EEOS 4. Tim B, very cool. Carrying my Winkler belt knife that I had the knife monitors put a frag pattern on. Very cool, Sunbun Bradley. Awesome. Cold Steel Tie Machete is the best ever. Very cool, Kurt. Spyderco Crew Carta PM2 for you today. And there's some new Spydercos being talked about. So excited to see those. Some more 15V stuff lurking while I'm working. New Knife Day, Murdered Out Protect Malibu for Keith. Awesome, Keith. I wondered why you went back and watched my Malibu review today. That was cool. Devo Growler and the Mini Praxis for Jason Bird. Welcome, Jason. O-Knife Drever and Rough Rider Utility Knife for Kurt. Very cool. Finch Reciprocity in Tidal Resin. Civivi Praxis Shredded Carbon Copper Foil for Jay. Korskaden, sorry. Microtech Dirac and Gom for Revolving Blades. The God of Mischief. Very cool. QSP Hedgehog. Tempest Pinion, and an i5 T+ for Mike Jernak. Awesome, Mike. Devo Mash and Reverse Tux in the pocket today for Aberdeen. SOCOM Elite for a Sharp Guy ATX. Welcome, brother. Another channel member. Lots of them in here. Freak Show. There you are. Hello, sir. Mike Jernak, of course. David Iverson. Jason Bird. Keith the Knife Freak. Lots of channel members in here. Let's see. Kaiser Original ended up sleeping with it in my pockets as level on up. Glad it's got a good detent. Some fantastic deals at Blue Creek Knife in the sales section today, says Tim. Very cool. Growler, my card opinion. Awesome. Benny's Clip, Venom Jack, Forrest, Jason Brown, Hank, Olight i5R, Leatherman Charge Plus Login Jotter Notebook, and multiple tactile turn pins for Freak Show. Giant Mouse, Ace Jutland, and an XM18 non-flipper Spanto American Bag of Trash. American Bag of Trash? You have a bag of trash. Okay. Mark Mole, that's you. Very cool. I think I got everybody. I wanted to thank everybody. Jeremy said Olight there, and it made me think. Thanks, everybody. Quite a few of you used my Olight link during the sale, and I want to thank you. That'll definitely help the channel. They'll definitely get me some more stuff in here to check out and to show you guys, and that is awesome. PMP User 2 with S90V steel, titanium handles, deal of the day at White Mountain for 112 with Knives Fast. Very cool. I'm kidding. It's fine. It's a fine knife. I got you. I was like, what's he saying? No name pry bar, Leatherman PS, Leatherman bit set, wear real pin, Campfire Leatherworks, DC Hank, all four. Uncle Cal, the man with the plan. Used your link for 2 orders and Big Reds for 2 orders. Wow. Tim is ordering all over the place. Very cool, Tim. Thank you. I appreciate that. You are the man for doing so. All right. So what do I have today? If you haven't seen my pocket check video, and I haven't posted my Instagram post yet. I got to do that. This is the Concept Fenrir. This is one of the knives sent from Tori Casey. I loved this when I got to check it out before, and this version with the micarta overlay, I guess you would say, is pretty fantastic. Love it. Is a sparrow design. Really cool knife, and I can front flip the snot out of this one. I like the geometry of it because I can front flip it pretty easily compared to the vast majority of front flippers. Still not a pro at front flipping, but better for sure with a knife that's really well designed. I love this knife. The blade is ridiculous, man. This is a great blade. Very, very nice. Okay. The second one in the pocket today, I got to remember, is the, I got to record my review hopefully on this today. This is the Kubi, Bellis, Belus, Bellis. I have 2 of them in to check out. That's the black G10, and this is the black blade with the jade G10. Very cool. I like the fact that it's a thumb stud and a flipper opening. I like that. And it's a really nice knife. I mean, I really dig it. It feels good in the hand. It's a little smaller than I usually like, but I'm starting to like knives that kind of have this swell towards the end because it provides this thing to hang on to. It just feels good in the hand. Even if it's a little shorter, it definitely is good in the hand. There you go, Grom. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Very much. You guys should definitely share it around. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I would never tell you to just use my link or you stink, You support who you want to support, guys. Very much. Yep, I agree. The silhouette on both of those knives is really nice. And then the third one I showed already, but I'll show it again, is the Jack Wolf low drag jack, which goes on sale at 2 p.m. and we will be here for the first part of that just to see how the sale's going, because I always have fun. Tim has fun and I have fun with it. So that is cool. I have no idea what I'm saying. Hey, Nuts for Knives, welcome. Very, very cool. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, guys, I want to go through a couple of things. Where is it? Wow. Okay. On the Tempest microburst. So this is the milled scale version. We'll get to that in a minute. This is the Stonewash. Very cool. Now, these are going on pre-order. Now, a lot of people keep asking. I had sold out on the website. I was able to fix it last night, so it says pre-order and the date up in the little tab instead of sold out. So hopefully that will cut down the confusion, but these are not available yet. They're not sold out yet. They're not gone yet. They're not here yet. These are on a pre-order on January 21st at 1 p.m. Eastern. I keep wanting to say 2 because that's when Jack Wolf is today. Making some minor changes. There'll be a clip, screw, and slots on this side so you can flip the clip if you're a lefty. A little more lock bar access, a chamfer on the lock bar, and making sure it has the size bearings I want, which is 5 millimeter 1/16, so they can be switched. But couple of things. Number one, all of the versions, so the Black Blade version, which I don't have with me, the Black Blade version and the Stonewash version will come with standard with the flat scales, because that's what the vast majority of people, like almost 90%, wanted. So that's what I went with. I know there's a lot of you that really want the milled scales, and that's why I'm offering them. Now, a couple of people kind of mentioned, is that the best you can do price wise? I will tell you, I can't go any lower on the knife. I have kept the margin as low as I can, especially since it might, some of them might go to some dealers. I'm leaving that option open. So I have to leave the margin where I have enough room there. Like I did, my White Mountain knife has some of the pinions still. I have some pinions still, obviously. The knife can't really go any lower. They raised my price this time. I passed along a little, most of what they passed along to me for the increase, not all of it. And then the scales, guys, I did look at that, and I have decided instead of $30 a set, I'm going to trim it to where I'm not making much on it at all, hardly anything, just enough to cover it. And that is $20 for a set of scales. Good luck finding a set of scales anywhere, especially contoured scales with milling in them, for $20. You're not going to find that anywhere, in my opinion. If you find it, let me know, and I will change my tune. But you do have the thing about the pinion, the microburst, is that you have titanium hardware all the way around. You have contoured scales, and you have a titanium backspacer. So if you wanted to go in and color this hardware blue, and you wanted to make the backspacer blue, anodize it, you can do that. Yeah, not a lot of knives in that price range have that ability, or hardly any at all. Mike, I still got to get more hats ordered and put them up for sale. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's funny, Tim. Yeah, I saw that. There you go. There you go, Kurt. Yeah, maybe we'll go that way, that route at some point. It's not a natural shape for me to draw, but maybe I'm starting to venture out and do some crazy stuff. So we will see. And I'm really excited about the fixed blade I'm working on. I cannot wait to get that one out there. You guys are going to love it. Oh, and very cool, Tim. So one more thing, and Tim just sort of mentioned it in the chat. There is a 2-pack of microburst. I keep saying pinions for $167.99 or something like that. So $168 for both. So as Tim said, you can get both pinions, set of scales, and be under $200. So did I say pinions again? Microbursts. Wow. Yeah, Jason, here's the thing. I wasn't really making much on them anyway. And so I'm like, why am I? Yeah. Why? You know what I'm saying? I just decided to make it because so here's the way it started. Let me give this to you. When I first dropped the pictures of, I personally love the milling. I love it. It's my idea. It looks like rain. It's what I wanted. I drew it. But when I first started showing the pictures of the prototypes, there was like 2 people out of hundreds that liked them. Everybody else was like, those are ugly. Those are hideous. I can't believe you did that. They'll collect dirt. They're not going to be any good, blah, blah, blah. So I did a poll. Kevin did a poll, and it was like 90 to 10%. Now, here's the thing. I sent one of these to Kevin, who was one of the chief grumblers. Kevin was going, oh, those are ugly, blah, blah, blah. When I sent it to him, Kevin loved it. And so since I did the polls and made my decision, Kevin has been out doing videos saying how great the milled version is. And now suddenly everyone likes them because if Kevin says it's great, suddenly, but it's still less than like 30% of the people that like them. So I wanted to offer them, and then people can try them. And then maybe I can try more things on my next round and slowly get people to understand that I'm not a complete kook. That I'm trying some things that if you try them, and because sometimes you can see a picture and you're like, oh, that's dumb. But once you get it in hand, you realize it's really good and it looks nice. So anyway, there was my soapbox. So Jason, that my goal was to just get them out there. Drop it to where, shoot, I just dropped something. Drop it to where people could afford them. and keep it, at a reasonable price as best I can, and go from there. So the microburst drops so let me be clear. Let me not say drop. The pre-order is on January 21st at 1 p.m. The quicker we fund the project, in other words, the quicker I reach the level where I can place the order, the quicker I place the order, the quicker the knives get here. So I keep trying to tell people, they keep asking me how long I'm going to leave it open. The answer is I don't know. If it funds really quickly, and I can place the order, then I'll probably leave it open for a while. But I don't know that yet. I do not know that, and I need help getting it funded so that I can get it out to people. So there we go. Yeah, shocking. Casey dropped something. So let's do this real quick if I can, because I want to show this. See how badly I am at getting to where I want to go on the web and sharing it with you guys. Oh, apparently horrible. Can't even find my own website. How great is that? So if you go here to tempestknives.com, you will see the pictures of the microburst, and you click shop now, or just scroll down is all you have to do. You will see right here. It is as clear as day. Okay. Available 121, pre-order microburst pocket knife. There's the price. And it even says up in the picture, pre-order 121. And then there's the scales for 20 bucks. There's the second knife. And then down at the bottom here, there's the two pinions that are still available. And then down at the bottom is the 2-pack at $167.99. So hopefully that's a lot clearer on what is happening. But again, it is a pre-order. If we get it funded quickly, then you can see the knives within 75 days. But again, it's 75 days from when I order, 60 to 75 days from when I order from Kubini. I can't do that until it's funded, and we'll go from there. So, yep. Very cool. So thanks, guys, for the interest, and hopefully I've still kept it as a price that everybody can afford. I'm trying. I really am. The fixed blade I'm working on, my goal with that fixed blade is to do the same thing. There's so many nice fixed blades right now that are in the EDC carry size, but people are making them in really expensive trims. My hope is to make a fixed blade that I can price really well, Mark, I don't know the answer, buddy. Again, it opens next Saturday, and I don't know how long it's going to be open. I don't. I'll fill you guys in as quick as I can. It just depends on how well we do on the pre-order. Look, I would love nothing more than to just leave the pre-order open and end up ordering, because my minimum order quantity, I have to order 600 of these. I would love nothing more than to tell Kubi, not only am I ordering 600, I'm ordering 1,000. Okay. And for that to happen, we really need to get the doors blown off and get the money in so that I can order them. And then I hope to leave them open for a while. I have not shown the fixed blade, Stephen, because I am still tweaking on it. And I'm also waiting for Kubi to come back from their Chinese New Year break so that I can get some quotes on it and see where I'm at, and then maybe make some adjustments. And then I will, once I get a 3D rendering, I will show it. So it's not, again, I have some money put away that I can put towards getting this funded, but I need the help of you guys. Obviously, like I said, I have kept my margin low, so it's not like I'm rolling in money over here, but I've kept as much as I can, and I'm ready to go. Just missed out on a Jack Wolf K9 for $175. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I won't sell you mine, Tim. I'm sorry. I love my K9. I'm a terrible person, but it is what it is. So enough about my own knife, but it is coming. I guarantee you next week you're going to hear me talking about it quite a bit. Monday night on KF Live, we'll talk some, not a lot, but some, and then we'll talk about it more later in the week. And again, next Saturday is the pre-order. and all that. So let's see what else we got. Okay. We can review Spine Gate. Dun, dun, dun. This is what some people are calling it. This is obviously the Vosteed Valkyrie. I ordered this from White Mountain Knives. And I saw Metal Complex's video about his Vosteed Raccoon lock failing on what he called a spine whack. Okay. So I decided I was going to try it with this guy since I bought it and I wanted to see, is it what it should be? So I turned the camera on. Now I turned the camera on and I had a notebook. Okay. So I was not hitting it on wood or concrete or plastic. It was on a 100-sheet notebook. And I hit it very lightly. And the first time I hit it, the lock failed. And so I want to be clear about that. A lot of people have said, well, Casey, Kurt, it is a small daily carry fixed blade. It's about 7 inches. And the reason for that is a lot of people, they are very popular right now. A lot of people are getting into EDC fixed blades, and there is not a budget one out there. Everybody's doing very expensive versions. And so my goal is to give a more budget-friendly version. Yeah, it was a tap. It was absolutely a tap. So I got blasted. A lot of people said, well, it's not a hammer, dummy. Who would you use the sharp side of the blade, not the blunt side of the blade? What is wrong with you? I got hammered by a lot of, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it, Vosteed fanboys, okay? It's just, I like Vosteed. They're making beautiful knives. I love the Nightshade. I love the looks of that Labrador because it's so big. I like it. There's a lot out there that I'm very excited about. But if I see a flaw, I'm going to point it out. It's just the way it is. Now, Vosteed is saying it deforms the lock. Okay. Then why did it fail the first time I hit it? Okay. That's what I'm saying. I didn't deform the lock. I had only cut a piece of paper with the knife up till that point. I had just gotten it in like 7 hours before, and I decided to tap it and do it. And that's what I did. Now, look, I agree. If you're cutting normally with a knife in this direction, it's pushing against the lock and it's not going to fail on you. But what if you're cutting through that cardboard and then you pull back? Okay. What if you're cutting through that thick cardboard and you don't get all the way through and you pull back and that lock fails and it closes on your hand? Okay. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not alleging that they will. Now, I will say that of the people I've heard testing theirs, it's probably been more that have not failed than have. I would say maybe 75, 25, 25% on the fail side and 75% on the not. So that's good. That's very good. But I just felt it important to point it out. Now, I got asked about the Thunderbird that I have in. So I did do the same test on the Thunderbird and it did not fail. And I'm not sitting here doing the test over and over again. I did it that one time and it either failed or didn't fail and I moved on. Okay. But there have been other people doing it. I'm just saying, if you pay for a locking knife, then it should lock. Okay. And I am one to say that the design of a plunge lock should be one of the strongest locks. It's going into the steel and it can't go up or down if it's designed correctly. It should absolutely be. And in this case, it's actually in the flat side of the blade. It's totally covered. Okay. It is literally a plunge going into a hole in the steel. And so if that is done correctly, in my opinion, it should not fail. I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. And yeah, JB, see, I people keep saying that, and it does not bother me that I did that. I didn't whack the knife. I tapped it. Okay. And it doesn't bother me that I did it. And I did it because after Metal Complex's video, I posted the Valkyrie unboxing the night before. There were 6 people asking me, does it fail? Does it fail? Does it fail? So I did it because people were asking me. Do I normally spine whack knives? Never. I have done that on a couple of liner locks that people said have failed and frame locks that people said have failed. But I have rarely done it. I only did it on this one because people were asking me. But yeah, and it became a big brouhaha with Lefty and all kinds of people. And I know JB wishes he hadn't have done his. And you know what? I wish you hadn't have too, because I get it. I get where you're coming from, but I just want to be clear. I didn't whack mine. It was a tap and it failed on the first attempt. So that's kind of what I wanted to get across. And I will, it is what it is. So, Vosted hopefully will get it straight and we will go from there. Now, am I going to make a habit out of spine tapping or whacking or whatever knives? I am not. Hey, Andrew Hubbard, welcome. But it is what it is. I did not mean to start controversy. It obviously started with Metal Complex, not me. I did not intend to start any controversy. As a matter of fact, not even that many people have seen either of my videos on the thing. So I'm pretty sure I didn't start the controversy. I think I've had maybe 400 people watch both of those videos combined. So it's not that big of a deal. Dissension, I would be glad to try it on my own models. They're not going to fail. Okay. They're this is the pinion, by the way. I feel very comfortable with a lock that's blocking the blade. Okay. I have no problem with that whatsoever. So I definitely will not hold my own knives back from doing that. But again, I want to make it clear. I only did it because Metal Complex did a video on one that failed, and then other people were asking me all morning long, you just got that Valkyrie, does it fail? And so I wanted to try it because people were asking me. If the people want to know if there's an issue, then I'm going to try to find out if there's an issue. That's all. And I'll be glad to try it on any Tempest knife. Doesn't bother me. I have not, Tim. I've never heard of that company. I'm just Dissension. I'm just going to call it the same thing I called the pinion. Because if you look, I called the pinion a modified sheep's foot, or in my case, I called it the drop sheep. It's pretty much the same blade shape. It's a little bit different. So it's a modified sheep's foot slash, in this case, drop sheep. I'm just calling it the same thing. That's what it's called. So now let me address something. And I just want to address something that's being said in my videos a lot lately. There are a lot of sheep's foot and Wharncliffe knives on the market right now. And the reason for that is they are very popular. People are loving these shape of knives because of their utility capability. No, this is not a knife to stab people with, but like I said to somebody in a thing earlier today, I don't use my knives. I am not trained in martial arts. I'm not trained in self-defense. I do not plan on using my knives for self-defense. Nope, I do not. My knives are for cutting boxes, opening things, popping a zip tie, scoring a cardboard, cutting cardboard, whatever it is. I don't use my knives for self-defense. If you want those knives, then there are plenty of options. Go check out Dagger knives. There are plenty. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Andrew's saying exactly how I feel. Vosti needs to get it right, and I'm sure they will. Now you're good, man. I agree with you. So the thing is, what I've done, and I'm not bragging on myself here, what I've done is I've taken this, and this is a great carving knife. This is a great, you can use it outside. And the reason is, same thing with the pinion. I gave it that belly. So a lot of sheep's foots have just barely any belly to them. They're very much just a fairly flat blade, or they upturn or whatever. In this case, you've got this belly. And that makes it a great knife for chopping rope, like you guys saw Stasa do. You can go down and go like this. You can chop onions with this knife. You can do whatever you want because of that belly. So to me, this is a much more useful knife than just saying, oh, I don't like sheep's foot blades. So to me, this is a drop point. It's just a more exaggerated drop point. Where's the drop point? All right, so here's a drop point right there, okay? And what have you got? You've got flat for this far in the blade, and then you've got a belly, and then you've got a downturn here, which makes it the drop point. You got the same thing. It's just a more exaggerated drop point, which is why I call it the drop sheep, because it's a cross between a drop point and a sheep's foot, in my opinion. And yeah, there you go. No, and you know, Andrew, in all this stuff, I've seen some dudes whacking them on wood and everything else. I did not do that, and I would never do that to a knife. I tapped it on a sheet, on a notebook of paper, okay? And that's, I just want to make that clear. I'm allergic to onions. I love onions. I'm an onion kind of guy, man. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that you have onion allergies. You'd have trouble in my house because we eat onions with everything. I hope you're right. Now, Cemetery Gates, one of the things I think is even better about the microburst than the pinion is you've got a taller blade here. And so that caused this blade to come down to a very thin, slicey. And I've shown this over and over, and some of you are probably getting very sick of this, but that's okay. It is a absolute material eater. I mean, it's, by the way, all these pieces of cardboard are falling on my keyboard, in case anybody wants to know. Just a fantastic, this will be a cardboard breaking down knife for me, even at the size. It is fantastic at just eating, destroying cardboard. Okay, give me a second. I got to clean up. Holy cow. I made a mess. All right. I hope you're right, Cemetery. I hope it does. Trying to get the word out has been the interesting part this time around. Doing a drop over a pre-order over Christmas, where I'm sending knives out to reviewers over Christmas. I did not foresee that being a big slowdown, but a lot of guys were very busy and didn't get the knives rolling. So it hasn't got to as many reviewers as I was hoping, but it's coming. There's more guys with them this week. Peter from A Therapeutic Edge has one. Bees Blades has one. He might talk about it tonight. Metal Complex still has one. And shoot. Can't remember his first name now. Levon from Knife Nuts podcast has one. So, yep, trying to get the word out very much. Well, Kurt, it's kind of the way I feel about it. But that's just me. Very cool. Tim's putting up the info again on the tray. Guys, again, if you didn't hear, you can get 10% off using that code for a tray or similar item to this from Lily Design Woodshop. I'm not getting a thing out of it. He just wanted to offer this to you guys. Very cool. He's actually going to be coming out with somewhere he's incorporating resin into here. My guess is he's going to do like colored resin in the slots. So that will be really cool. He should have those rolling here shortly. So that is awesome. Tactical Terry said Vostit is working on the locks down to the engineering level. The designer of the original is on their team, and I believe they are honoring. Well, yeah, no, they have absolutely told people they'll send them a button if they want to try that, and if they would rather exchange the knife or get their money back, they can do that. Yep, they are definitely telling people that. To cinch it, the swedge, that's why I've been so adamant about not moving more, jimping out here and moving the thumb studs, because that swedge to me, makes this knife. You've got this angle here at the finger choil and the same angle going up. And I think it just gives this knife a fantastic look. And you're right. That's going to keep, if it didn't have that swedge, it would bind a little bit more up here. The swedge is allowing it to finish going through that material very easily. Yep. That is a design thing. All right. So enough on my knives. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go down that. That was not on my radar to go down that. But new knives in this week. Let's roll through this. So the first one I want to show is this guy, the O-Knife Rubato 3. I got this on the sale and it's already here. You can see I've been cutting with it. You can see the marks on the whatever you call it there, the coating. Thank you. Wow. The DLC coating. Again, I'm going to say the same thing I said on the Kaiser Drop Bear. I wish they would tumble finish these, Kaiser would, instead of having that shiny black finish. I just don't care for it. When they do this, the black stonewash, it's just so much better. Now, this is a small knife. I am out to the end of this guy. I am out to the end, but it's got plenty of blade. Oh my goodness. And the action is stupid. And then you've got this beautiful milled aluminum, like a honeycomb pattern. Absolutely fantastic. Really like this. I mean, look at that. Can you believe that, guys? This thing is great. And the lockup, very nice, very good. Cannot wait to test it some more. I haven't gotten to carry it but one day. But you'll see a final review. Yeah, I know. Leveling up. The thing is, I want to make it a balance between Knives Fast and Tempest. Knives Fast is about everybody's knives that everybody is designing. It's not all about my stuff, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying hard to keep the balance, but you got to know that I'm going to talk about my own design. I am. Yep. You're right, Tim. That is correct. Yeah, don't you think? Drink water. I mean, welcome, by the way. They did a fantastic job with the finishing. Now there's green and gray. The sale is now over as of midnight last night, so hopefully you were able to get one. But yeah, very, very nicely done. Again, Kaiser is doing a fantastic job with the O-Knives. My review today is on the Rubato 2. Which I like even more. Well, okay. This one I think is actually better action-wise, and that the finish and everything. But the Rubato 2 is very good because of the size of it. I love the size, and I love that sheep's foot blade. Very cool. So that's the first one. Let's see what else. Everybody's been asking me about this guy, Kaiser Escort in red rich light. Now, I got this from Tori Casey. My understanding is Tori sanded the scales a little bit because he thought they were too smooth with a very kind of fine grit sandpaper just to rough them up a little bit. And that did a very good job. Can you hear that? Yeah. Very good grip on them. Drink water. I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, I think a lot of people have really stepped up since the Axis lock has come out as something anybody can use. I think a lot of people, I think the clutch lock by Kaiser, which I assume is what's on this guy, is fantastic. I actually like this better than the Drop Bear. The action to me is equally as good as the Drop Bear, but it is a bigger knife, and I get a fantastic purchase on this knife. And I love that drop point blade. My only regret on this knife is that they didn't make it where I could open it with that fuller. If they had just brought it up a little bit more, and like all you had to do was just sort of have the blade like that, and then I could have got my finger in there and middle finger flicked it open, which I can't do right now because of the way it is, but you know what I'm saying. I want to see. I don't have an Adamas. I have a mini Adamas. I don't know if that'll help, Terry. You talking about this, the mini Adamas and the Escort. Here they are together. The Escort is a little bit bigger than the mini Adamas. I don't have a full-size Adamas. Sorry about that. By the way, this guy's still for sale if anybody's interested. I think I was asking 180 for it now. So if anybody's interested in this one, let me know. Not this one, this one. This is called the Kaiser Escort. Very cool. It's a Dirk Pinkerton design, so you can't go wrong. I love Dirk Pinkerton's designs. And this is, I mean, the way this feels in hand, the way you're locked into this knife is so good. So good. I will be doing a review on this one very soon as well. All right, so that's those two. This back over here. Got too much stuff going. We are about 12 minutes away from the Jack Wolf Knives drop dealers. So I need to hurry up and go through. I talked about that guy already. I'm about to record my review today of the Rosecraft Mohawk. You will see that very soon. Again, flipper and thumb studs. Pretty cool, nice budget model from them. So that review will be coming very soon. You've seen the Devo Mash already. All I can say is I'm absolutely in love with this knife. Fantastic. This is, I love the stout, and this thing is great. This is so good. Love it, love it. Yeah, get ready, Chad. Which one you getting, buddy? Yeah, if you guys are getting a Jack Wolf, let me know what handle you're getting. We've talked about the Thunderbird. This is the concept Kunwu X Tau, which is another Axis style lock. I love this knife. Thin drop point blade, big blade. I love this knife. Not a humongous fan of these thumb studs. They are weird. Thumb thing. I don't know what it is. It's not really studs. I would prefer regular old studs, to be honest with you, than these. They're not my favorite. The spring tension's a little light, as you can see. Not very strong, but it works, and it holds it in, and it works really well. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha, Chad. No problem. I get it. Ooh, Manix 2XL. Very cool. Rusty. All right. Glad you're out of the meeting, man. Very good. And then the one that surprised me the most, I don't like front flippers only, but we have a fuller here. The Sync Up Bronte. I just love this. And again, by the way, those of you who want a pokey blade, you got it. But you got a nice belly here. Very neutral handle. I love this knife. Very much so. This is very cool. Wish it had a little bit more lock bar access. But again, very nice. And then the two from Andrew, my buddy Andrew. Well, let's show this first. This is the Kaiser Domen sheep's foot with bearings. And just look at this thing. Are you kidding? This is fantastic. The original Domen was on washers. My son has one. This is stupid smooth. This might be the smoothest Kaiser I've seen, and that's just a lot because my Bay Glider 2 is fantastic. But this is, unreal. Love this knife and that hollow grind. This thing is awesome. I just tried forcing the raccoon closed, and my lock did not fail. A light tap. I could feel the button actually move, which allows the blade to close. Yeah, so it's basically, Terry, in my opinion, the spring tension is what's being affected when you whack it. So, or tap it or whatever it is. All right, Tony Boombots. Hello, sir. Long time. Good to see you. This beauty. So Andrew has ruined me. I'm gonna have to find one. There are some of these available. Unfortunately, I got money tied up right now, so I can't get one right now anyway. But there are versions of this right now. The LT Wright Daily Carry Fixie. But I don't think I would want one unless I could find one with like special handles and magna cut like this, because this is cool. This thing is really cool. And it's a great carry size. It's got this loop sheath, which has worked well for me. I've carried it twice. It's down. I love this. This is a fantastic heirloom level looking knife. I just love it. Uh, if I can find it in something like wood scales or these bone scales and maybe magna cut or something down the road, I'm gonna get one. Not right now because I got money tied up all over the place. So I've already yeah, too much money everywhere. So tighten the pivot and it made it much harder to fail. Interesting, Terry. Good to know. Yeah, I love it, Rusty. It is absolutely fantastic. And then the last one that's fairly new is this beauty, which I'm dubbing the SMKW Mars Lander. This is the SMKW exclusive NAFS Lander with the Mars Valley fat carbon scales and the black wash S35 and VN blade. Still has the same lack of lock bar access that I complained about in the original, but you have now contoured scales and a higher end steel other than D2. I think this is a great knife. It really is. Yeah, Blue Creek Knives, get us some LT Wright for sure. Go find me some. Yep. And then is that it? Okay, so let's talk about knives this week again. I mean videos this week. The Rubato 2 video is up today. So if you have not watched that yet, please go check it out. And my phone is locking up. Trying to get up my list here. Here we go. We also had a review this week of, well, what else did we have? The CGRB Lago from Big Red EDC. Thank you, JB, for loaning that one off to me. Fantastic. Very much loved it. I had my comparison of the Drop Bear and the O-Knife Rubato 2 today. Earlier this week, I had the review of the Vosteed Raccoon before we knew the Lockheed issues. And what was the other one this week? There was one more. Well, there was, of course, the T-Rex review of the Microburst earlier this week. The Jack Wolf low drag Jack was the other one. So you have less than 5 minutes now until the the knife nerd thing is awesome, and Blue Creek Knives is awesome. So yeah, Blue Creek, this is their first time having Jack Wolf knives. You can use my link today and help the channel out. If you're getting a Jack Wolf, it's in the description. I'm not sure if that's the link Tim is using or not, but it's definitely in the description, and you can help the channel if you buy them from there. You can do the same at SMKW. You can do the same at traditionalpocketknives.com. But you know, I'm kind of all out for Brian today since it's his first Jack Wolf drop, and I say let's help the new guy. So very cool. There you go, Mark. There you go. Yeah, JB and KC, just a letter off. That's really cool. Where'd it go? I clicked on it and then it went. That is funny. Yep. Blue Creek Knives, ride or die. Very cool. There you go, Shane. Somebody go transfer $300 into Shane's bank account and he'll get a Jack Wolf. Very funny. Oh gosh. All right. I'm gonna do some navigational things here. So let's go over here. All right. So, all right. Whoops. What did I do? That is not what I was trying to do. I'm on the struggle bus today. In case nobody else is on there, I am on the struggle bus. So here's Blue Creek Knives. There's where you can find the Jack Wolf Knives Low Drag Jack. He's got them listed on the different versions there, the Black Micarta, the Camo Carbon Miami, the Dark Matter Yellow, the Jungle Wear Fat Carbon, and the 80s Camo Carbon. All are there ready to go. Very cool, Brian. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We'll stay on for a few minutes after the top of the hour just to see who's able to get one and where they're selling out and where they're still available. So we'll go from there. Brian, maybe it'll go just as quick for you as the MASH did last week. I gave you the magic juju last week. You were on my live stream. We talked about you, and bam, they were all gone in like 3 minutes. So maybe we'll get that again. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's all the knives and all the videos that happened this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the week that was at whatever channel this is. What am I called? Oh yeah, the Knives Fast channel. Wow. Brain farts that go too far, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, level on up. It's as fun for me as it is for you guys, if not more so. I have a blast doing these. It is all kinds of fun. Again, if you've got to go, I get it, but I'm going to stay for 5 or 10 minutes just to see how we're doing with the Blue Creek Knives and with Jack Wolf and everything. Tim always helps me out with that. Grom's having fun now. I think I just figured out what the issue is with the Vostein lock. All right, tell us, Terry. Because I don't know. I'm not an expert. Yeah, you got that right, David. It has been a week. It has been a week. I'm looking forward to having some family time tonight and just chilling out. May jump in on Bees Live for a little bit, maybe even Metal Complexes for a little bit, just to kind of get a feel for if they talk some microburst. We'll see. But I jump in on Bees all the time anyway. Oh, don't forget, guys. Tonight you got those two lives. Tomorrow, you will have Big Red EDC live at 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific for Saturday Night Live, which is always a great time if I can keep my eyes open, which doesn't happen often enough. And then Sunday, you've got RJ, you've got Tri-State, and then RJ, and then Zach, and then Peter and Christine, and OCD for EDC. All of those, very, very cool. Go, go, go. It's 2:00, guys. Let's see if they are showing up as live. So, yep, add to cart is available at Blue Creek Knives. I don't know where else yet. We will, Tim will let you know, I'm sure. 80s camo, very cool, Tim. Let me know if you get one. Very cool. Well, that's interesting. Okay. I'm trying to find it on SMKW. It's not on the front page. I think 80s will go first, followed by Miami very closely. Yep, that is my guess. Oh, what the heck, KC? Oh, well, I'm going to let Tim tell us because my searching skills are not working out so well. So, yeah, hook up Brian over at Blue Creek, guys. Check it out. Tim got his. They're up at Blade HQ. SMKW is not up yet. Thank you, Uncle Cal. If you look at the lockup on the raccoon, the plunge is not actually sitting fully in the cutout for the contact point on the tang of the blade. Huh. Yeah, that's not good. Yep, that's kind of what I was saying. If it is engaged in that hole or that cutout, it's not going to fail. It's just not. WMK not up yet. Come on, guys. TPK is available and 80s is already gone. You guys can also use JB or my link at TPK or any of those places. Very cool. 80s is sold out already. That's crazy. Crazy. For those of you that haven't seen the 80s, I happen to have one. To me, this is so much better looking than the fat carbon 80s. This camo carbon 80s is much more kind of muted, but still colorful and beautiful. You can see all the colors. It is gorgeous. If you can get one of these, I recommend it. Also, the Miami looks fantastic. Yep. I figured it. Also, Terry, just from my perspective, the lower the sound of a lockup on a button lock, the less physical lockup you're getting. Some lock up really loud. Listen on this Valkyrie. I mean, it's like a really mild pop of the spring, and that's it. It just isn't moving enough. It's not engaging enough. And that's what I was saying. Or the spring isn't strong enough to pull it in there enough. One of the two. Yep. Improper lock face geometry. Yep. That's what I was afraid of. I have the rose. Oh, very cool. Rusty got him a little Riverbend Skinner coming from Blue Creek Knives. How we doing, Tim? Let's see. See if Blue Creek's sold out of anything yet while I'm here. Not that one yet. Let's go Miami. Nope, looks like they're all still available. Unless maybe Jungleware went first or something. Let's see. It looks like to me Blue Creek Knives still has everything. Yep. So if you're looking for any of these, feels like Blue Creek is the place to go at this point. White Mountain Knives are now live. Blade HQ's in stock. Blue Creek's still all good. It's awesome. Well, I mean, it's not awesome. We want him to sell them, but it's good that he has them. Oh, really, Terry? Yeah, I'm sending my. I haven't even cut with it anymore. I haven't hit it, but that one time. So I'm sending mine back, but I got to do a video with it first. Took out the thumb studs and cut out a thumb hole. Oh, yeah, you definitely can't send it back now. Oh, well. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that little Riverbend Skinner is pretty cool for sure. Yeah, I agree, Terry. If that's all you're doing with it, you should be fine. Yeah, I still need to get one, Rusty. I've just had too much money going out everywhere. Michael Morgan, channel member, has entered the chat. Everybody say hello to Michael. And Rusty, of course, is a channel member. And Jason, there's lots of you in here. Mike Curtis, Jason Bird, excuse me. Very cool. All right, we'll stay up here for about 3 or 4 more minutes, and then I've got to go back to work. Yeah, I think a stouter spring would probably help, but again, if the geometry's off, they got to fix that first. Yeah, it does. They'll look a little bit. I'm browsing. It seems like they're still in stock, so very interesting to see. So we'll keep an eye on that and see how they go the rest of the day. Ben will let me know later in the day, I'm sure. Hey, Goondocks, what is going on? Wow, guys, I think I'm tired. I haven't slept very much this week. Too much going on. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, goose socks. Goondocks, goose socks, either one. Starter spring really only changes the detent, not the lockup. So you don't think it pulls it down in the hole better, Mark? I don't know, but you may be right there. I'm not a button lock expert, plunge lock expert at all. Not in the least bit. Wow, I don't know why I just started yawning like crazy. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap up. Tim, you got one more report for me before I do? Anything new to report from the election desk? No, I'm just kidding. The Tim B Election Central. Yes, sir. Everybody, we'll see you later on. Blue Creek, White Mountain Blade HQ all still have each model in stock. So if you guys are interested, check those out. Very cool. Thanks to each and every one of you for being here. A lot of fun. We're at an hour and 16 minutes, so it's time to wrap up and get back to work. And I appreciate all you guys. Have a great, and they haven't dropped at SMKW yet, which is interesting. Hopefully they'll get them on there soon. Oh, good grief, JB. I have a chipped molar, so I got to go do the same soon. I haven't made an appointment yet because I haven't had time. But I hope your dentist visit goes well, or as well as it can. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Give me a thumbs up give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment after a post. And I don't know what I'm saying. And thanks so much for watching the goofball, this guy, Knives Fast channel. Have a good one, everybody. Oh my God.